Okay, so this is also about, okay, this is about nature of oxides. So you remember, right? There are four types of oxides. So you have met under metallic oxides, you have basic and amphoteric, right? Then you have the non-metallic oxides.
Acidic oxide.
So you have acidic and neutral. Okay. So then over here, this this and then they also form neutral oxide. Then amphoteric oxide, you remember it's lead, aluminium, zinc in your syllabus. So those metalloids, metalloids are your periodic table. Okay, then you have this, then you have a zigzag line, the kind of thing. So those that are near the zigzag line, they are metalloids. So in general, metalloids form amphoteric oxide. So those elements near the zigzag line will form amphoteric oxides. But in our syllabus, it's just lead, aluminium, zinc. And lead, aluminium, zinc, I presume is also quite near the zigzag line. You will use the group number or the valence electrons, right, to identify what whether the element is metallic, non-metallic, or a metalloid. Then from there you can decide which one, whether it's whether it's neutral oxide, whether it's acidic oxide, whether it's basic oxide or something else. Okay, so that's how you decide whether it's what kind of oxides you have. So then you have your period is like this. So you have metals here, then you have metalloids in the middle, and then you have non-metals. And metalloids are here because of the zigzag line, remember? Okay, so then it forms basic, this one form amphoteric, and then this one form acidic. So you will eventually see that the characteristic of the elements, right? It goes from metallic to non-metallic, and it forms basic to acidic oxide. So you have to use this thing, right? Will help you predict a lot of answers for your questions later. Number 4. Element X forms an acidic oxide of X2O3. And then in which group is this most likely to be found? Okay, right? It's acidic oxide. What do you think? Why B? B is a metal. Metals will form basic oxides. If it's group 3, it will form a basic oxide. Group 4. Okay, so you choose group 4. So then look at group 4. Is there any element that you are familiar with?
Carbon.
Carbon. What is the formula of carbon dioxide?
CO2.
Is it formula C2O3? So when you have this kind of question, you can go to the group and then find something that you are familiar with and imagine that something have going through the same reaction, and then you will know whether your choice is correct or not simply by looking at whatever that you will get from whatever you know, the result you get from whatever you know. So carbon will form CO2 if it's group 4. Correct? If it's not correct, then you will have the answer already by elimination. So it cannot be A because it's metal and it forms acidic oxide. B cannot be happening, so it's because it forms the acidic oxide and group 2 and group 3 form basic oxides. You are left with C and D. C is group 4 and we already tried carbon dioxide and the formula type is different. So C is also out. So answer D. So go to group 5, look for something familiar.
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen forms something like nitrogen trioxide, nitrogen dioxide, and a bunch of other things. So even though you do not know what will happen, what kind of answer you get from an element of group 5, you can do elimination like this, you still get the answer. And this answer may be wrong. So ignore this. Just do elimination.